In this video, I'm going to break down the exact framework that I use for my clients who are online fitness coaches to help them grow and scale with Instagram. Before we start, we need to know how the algorithm works. Watch time is the most important metric on any platform, including Instagram. Most platforms benefit from showing ads, and Instagram is no exception. Ads are the way that they make money. The longer you stay on the platform, the more ads the platform can show. Because of this, it's an evergreen method that will always work. Also, as you scroll on Instagram, some people may interact differently. For instance, I might like a post that other people wouldn't like even though they enjoyed the post. That's why watch time is the most important metric, because it's the most accurate. There are 3 pillars to increasing your watch time: the idea, the hook, and keeping the video engaging. When we're thinking of an idea, we need to develop an ICP, or an ideal customer profile. Think about who we're trying to reach. If you're an online fitness coach who specializes in joint mobility for men, you're going to want to make content that people who are looking for that content would want. In other words, what would they like to see from you? In your ICP, you should position your offer. This means that you should have a grasp on these 5 ideas. Who are your people? What do they need? Who are you? What do you deliver? And why are you special, different, or the one for them? If you can answer all 5 of those questions, you can figure out what to create content about a little bit easier. Think about what pain points they have. Targeting negative emotion is always going to be better than targeting positive emotion because people will go out of their way to avoid negative consequences. The goal is to find something that will bring your ideal customer more value. Next up is your hook. The hook is the first initial 3 to 5 seconds of your video. In this video, I told you that I was going to show you my entire Instagram framework for online fitness coaches, and that's what I'm going to do. You want your hook to foreshadow what's going to happen in the actual video. Make sure that it's interesting and intrigues your audience to watch through to the end, because again, we want to get watch time. Don't ramble on and just get to the point. It should only be 1 to 2 sentences max. What I don't want you to do is sit around and say, well, hey, I'm Zach Bordeaux, I'm a video marketing specialist, and I've been working in this industry for a long time, because no one cares. If you're getting your content from a compound asset like a podcast, you want to make sure that the first line of your video is very intriguing. This is going to be a bold claim or a strong sentence. As a free gift, if you go on my Instagram and DM me the word hook, I'll send you my entire hook library and everything in it. This is access to hundreds of hooks that I've come up with over the years. Again, DM me hook and I'll send it over to you. The last step is to keep videos engaging. I use the 3-second rule, which basically means that something needs to be popping up on the screen every 3 seconds. When I'm reviewing a video, the first thing I want to look for is where are your drop-off points. If in post-production after it's been edited, you realize that you're rambling on, cut it out. You don't want any fluff in your videos. You want to get straight to the point. Another really important thing to look out for is to make sure your video flows. This means that there should be a coherent message throughout the entire video. Remember, the goal of Instagram is not just to get followers. You want to get loyal fans who are going to come back to your brand and watch every video you have. For example, Devin Jatho, when I first discovered his account, he had really high quality videos. So I scrolled through and watched multiple of his videos. The videos kept my attention, had a good hook, and had a great idea. Because of this, I continued to scroll on his page and ended up watching a lot of his content. Now, when he asks for a call to action, I'm willing to pay for something. Why? Because he brought me value first. If you haven't read Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vee, I would highly recommend you go read it. It basically states that you need to give, and then ask. Or in other words, give 3 times the amount that you ask for. If you look at an hour-long TV show, typically you have about 15 minutes of ads and 45 minutes of actual content. That keeps that 3-to-1 ratio of give, and then ask. It's very important that you give before you ask. That means giving free content on your Instagram. Listen, followers don't matter. Virality does not matter. Stop focusing on virality and start focusing on building a loyal audience and building fans that are actually going to engage with you. They will spread the word of mouth and help you actually grow. It's a lot better to have 5,000 engaged leads on your page versus having 50,000 people just checking out your page. Make sure you're packaging your content in a way that people can continue to consume your content. That means plugging other videos or free resources at the end of your videos. Now let's talk about repurposing content. I've talked a few times about compound assets in the past, but the idea is that you have a podcast or some sort of longer form video that you can repurpose into shorter form content. This could also be something like a YouTube video like this one, where I turned it into a carousel post for Instagram. Before you start repurposing your content, it's very important that you wait around 2 to 3 months. The reason you're going to want to start to repost your content is to increase your posting cadence. Now, I will put a caveat to this. If you're posting a lot of videos on TikTok and a lot of videos on Instagram and they're different videos, yes, you can use the same video. However, make sure you remove the watermark. Using the watermark is the easiest way to get your account shadow banned on TikTok or Instagram. You can pick the best 50% of what's done well in the past and repurpose it. This way you're having more quantity and more quality at the same time. Volume is super important on any social media, and that includes Instagram. Speaking of volume, what should you actually be posting? Well, there's a lot of different mediums of content now. Long form videos are typically better for YouTube, but you can post your short form content on Instagram as well. You can also post carousels and photos. Now, one that often gets overlooked is stories. You should be posting 8 to 12 stories a day minimum. I recommend that you post around 2 photo posts a week. These are going to be your carousels of lifestyle content, not just informational carousels. For example, if I have a post from at the gym, I might post 2 or 3 photos at the same time. If you want to do informational carousel posts, I'd recommend going around 2 a week. Next, I'd recommend you go with 4 to 5 pieces of short form video every single week. Short form is the easiest way to explode right now, and it's not going to last forever, so while it's here, make sure we take advantage of it. I would also recommend you post one long form sales asset, not on Instagram, but on your YouTube that you can promote. This is going to help to show your audience that you're not just on Instagram and you're on other platforms as well. But it's also going to help you when you're ready to sell your offer. So what should you actually be posting about? Well, there's a few different types of posts that I recommend you do. The first thing that I recommend is a transformational post. This is where we bring in our epiphany bridge framework that I've explained many times, but I'll explain it again for you. You want to look at where your audience is now, where their desired state is, and the bridge that can get them from the current state to the desired state. If you can determine this bridge, you can make content around it. For example, I might make a piece of content talking about how I was fat and how I'm now fit, and the bridge that got me there. The next piece of content that I recommend you make is some sort of self-development or more broad topic. The reason is we don't want to focus your content all on fitness. If people are already consuming a lot of fitness, there's a high chance that they already have a trainer or already have other people in their DMs. If this is the case, it'll be a lot harder to find people that are able to be closed. To counter this, we can post more broad posts. These can be things like a book review, how to improve your life, or anything general self-development. The goal here again is to bring value. The next type of post is going to be our lifestyle or workout posts. So just like it sounds, this is going to be content about lifestyle or workouts. If you have a workout recorded, you can edit it and make it into a video. You can also add in carousels of your entire workout. Lifestyle content is just going to be your day-to-day work. Whether that's a video of you walking, cooking food, working out, whatever it is, that's going to be your lifestyle post. For me, I like to collect a library of lifestyle posts to use as B-roll in YouTube videos like these. The next type of post is going to be your strategy or value posts. These are going to be your posts where you're telling people the strategies that they can use to get from their current state to their desired state. You really want to break down an exact framework for them to use. For example, in this video, I'm breaking down my Instagram strategy for online coaches and fitness consultants. Speaking of value posts, I hope that I've provided you some value in this video. If so, I ask that you drop a subscribe. It means the world to me. And go follow me on my Instagram for more insider tips. Also, I think that you really enjoyed this video up here. You should go check it out.